Dr. Schulte, if you would please approach the podium. As chairperson of the Board of Trustees for Briar Cliff University, I call you forward to attest to your commitment to this university publicly. Our mission states, Briar Cliff University is a community committed to higher education within a liberal arts and Catholic perspective in the Franciscan tradition of service, caring, and openness to all. Briar Cliff emphasizes quality education, combining a broad intellectual background with career development. The university challenges its members to grow in self-awareness and in their relationship to others and to God. Dr. Schulte, will you support this mission? I will.
As president, will you recognize and respect the distinctive Catholic identity of Briar Cliff University, as well as support, promote, and maintain that Catholic identity? I will. In assuming the office of president, do you promise that in your words and in your actions, you will, on behalf of Briar Cliff University, always preserve communion with the Catholic Church?
In the community within the Franciscan tradition, will you encourage the values of service, reverence for creation, simplicity, and peace? In this community among communities, will you strive to develop sensitivity and ways of actively responding to the needs of society?
In this community of learners, will you strive to provide an effective learning environment supported by quality instruction and active student participation? In this community of persons, will you strive to create an environment in which each person can mature intellectually, spiritually, aesthetically, emotionally, socially, and physically? As president of Briar Cliff University, will you support academic freedom of inquiry for its students, faculty, administrators, and staff? By virtue of authority vested in me in support of the Dubuque Franciscan community, the Diocese of Sioux City, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees for this university, I call you forth and commission you, Patrick J. Schulte, to the office of President of Briar Cliff University. Aware of our confidence in you and assured of the support of the board, faculty, staff, administration, and students, do you accept the charge and commission to be president of Briar Cliff University? You're jealous now, aren't you? This change of office signifies the office of the president and is part of the formal academic tradition of colleges and universities. It is worn by presidents on ceremonial occasions such as today or at academic convocations or commencement. Ours depicts the Briar Cliff University seal, as well as being inscribed by the names of all past presidents and the years during which they served our fine institution. So that I ask Professor Rossi to please come forward to present the university mace. The university mace is carried to lead academic processions and is a symbol of both the university's governing authority and the importance of the event. Our mace, like the chain of office, bears Briar Cliff University's insignia. Professor Rossi, if you would please formally present the university mace to President Schulte. Honorable guests, I present to you Patrick J. Schulte, DBA, the 12th president of Briar Cliff University.
Thank you, everyone, especially those students in that student section. I want to thank you all. I'm going to grab my glasses quick. Thank you and good afternoon. It's been an incredible day, week, and we are excited by the celebrations yet to come. I want to take a moment to extend my heartfelt thank you to our inauguration committee who have worked diligently to make this all possible. In particular, Bernice Metz, who will humbly deny it, but I wouldn't be standing here before you today if it wasn't for her. And while today is the recognition of the 12th president of Briar Cliff University, I hope you see the efforts as a true celebration of this amazing institution. An institution that is rooted in and was founded by a calling. As a Catholic Franciscan institution, I have leaned on my Catholicism and faith as a guide. Many of you have heard that I solidified my moral compass based on the Benedictine values while at the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University. This allowed me to easily fold into the Franciscan values that are core to this institution. I hope in your time with us you can feel the uniqueness and sense of community here on the cliff. The Catholic Franciscan values taught and embodied by students and employees make Briar Cliff stand apart. It motivates us to build a caring community as we value and respect the uniqueness of each person, promote peace and nonviolence, and work for justice. Reverence creation by honoring the goodness of God's presence in all creation, and connecting with joyful service through seeking and serving those most in need. Given the Franciscan values, I am reflective of a story which I want to share with each and every one of you. One day, while praying at the church of San Damiano, St. Francis heard Jesus speak to him from the crucifix. "Francis, go and rebuild my church, which as you see is fallen down." Francis thought God wanted him to rebuild the collapsing church physically, so he started to make repairs. Over time, he realized God wanted him to rebuild the entire church worldwide through prayer, poverty, and peace. At Briar Cliff, stories of the impact of St. Francis have become essential to who we are. It has been noted that Francis listened as he was called. However, this story resonates with me as I consider, how do each of us rebuild God's church? How do we provide support to those in need? How do we provide life-changing opportunities? And how do we help the community build their faith while serving everyone? How can each of us rebuild God's church? The 12 foundresses of Briar Cliff focused their efforts to rebuild God's church by building Briar Cliff into what it is today. These foundresses, who were from the other side of the state, climbed this hill, those stairs out there, daily to build a college for women during a recession. The sisters listened as they were called. They saw a need and overcame countless obstacles set in their way. They were providing support to those in need, they were providing life-changing opportunities, and they were helping the community build their faith. That legacy lives on. Here we are, 93 years later, still overcoming obstacles and providing a profound impact on those who serve each and every day. I truly believe my role in life here at Briar Cliff University was a calling, and so I am so thankful I listened. As some of you may know, I was offered a job at Briar Cliff in 2016, and unfortunately, at that time, I turned down the offer as the fit was not right for me. But there was always a feeling, a calling. 5 years later, I was offered and accepted the position of Briar Cliff as VP of Finance. While there are countless finance jobs between Minneapolis and Sioux City, for me, there was a calling. When returning to Briar Cliff University, I was immediately reminded that this was a special place, a place for family, community, and a sense of belonging meant something. Right away, individuals on this campus embraced me wholeheartedly, especially our amazing students, and expected me for who I am and embrace the leadership style that I have as a servant leader. Briar Cliff is a place of opportunity, a place founded on a sound vision rooted in values. It is my honor to work tirelessly to honor that vision and uphold these values every single day. Our amazing faculty and staff put all they have into creating a lifelong learning place where we are preparing ethical world changers. The future leaders of tomorrow are in our student section today. I truly believe a future president of Briar Cliff is in the student section as well. While some of the students will say, nah, PJS, it's crazy. I'm not university material. I need to tell you that my path to this presidency was definitely not prescribed or predictable. Upon graduating from high school, I attended a local university for 1 year. And 1 year after that, I was married. My first child, Finn, was born a year after getting married, and life quickly became very, very real. I went from being a carefree and somewhat directionless kid to being a father who needed a plan. While working a full-time day job, I went back to school in the evening. I was a first-generation, Pell-eligible, non-traditional student. My journey was one that was not predictable, but one that had to be a calling. And so I listened. I knew that education was my path to providing for my family. And over the next 20-plus years, I completed 3 degrees while raising 4 amazing children. I can't help but reflect on what Francis of Assisi says when he said, start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you're doing the impossible. I stand before you today as an example of what can happen if you wholeheartedly believe that anything is possible. Education, faith, and hope are essential to unlocking so many opportunities, including a presidency like this. But please know, I didn't do this alone. It's through the efforts of many of you sitting in the audience that I was able to reach this amazing goal. It was through many of my partnerships, my relationships, mentoring, employment, and friendships with each one of you that I was able to rise to this position here at Briar Cliff University. Your faith in me has led me here today, and I truly thank you all for that. While I love being a university president, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that being a parent is the most important thing God has blessed me with. It has developed me, it continues to teach me every day. Like many of you in the audience today, as a parent, we think about what it is our children need. We worry about each and every day, thinking about how their needs are met. Is there something I can do? Is there something I can change? Or is it just their growth? I bring that same lens to everything I do here at Briar Cliff, reflecting on the students' needs, listening diligently to what they're telling me, whether that's through their words or their actions, and figuring out ways to be able to create a path for them is truly a calling. It is the commitment we make to help them move forward and be successful on their journey through life. They're not only getting an education inside the classroom, but also getting an education outside of the classroom. For each of us, being able to engage and help them to find their path is paramount, and a commitment I make as a strong servant leader. As the students can attest, this is the passion that I bring to campus. I need them to know that we believe in them, in a world that is challenging them constantly by telling them they're not enough, that they're not doing enough, and that they don't have enough. My hope is that being an individual that can tell them you are enough, you are amazing, and you've got this, will encourage them to believe even more in themselves as they persist and move forward. And while I am sharing my reflections today, we all know that the Briar Cliff community has been and will continue to be a place that is committed to higher education with a liberal arts and Catholic Franciscan perspective. We strive to be a lifelong learning place, preparing ethical world changers. So you may ask, Patrick, how have we worked together to rebuild Briar Cliff University? Since joining Briar Cliff in 2021, I've had the privilege of witnessing incredible and history-making improvements. Our community is capable of making a huge impact in the Siouxland area in the lives of every Charger that walks through this door. In particular, we secured the largest gift in school history in support of the College of Health and Equity, which will not only impact our students' lives, but also the entire Siouxland community. We've added new programs such as the Doctor of Occupational Therapy, which has created access to education in a vital area of need. We work tirelessly with a focus on ease of transfers for students. This has unlocked new agreements with community colleges, including an agreement with Little Creek's Tribal College, allowing Pell-eligible students to finish a bachelor's degree while paying nothing more than what they were paying each year to attend Little Creek. And finally, for the first time maybe ever, Briar Cliff was recognized as Siouxland Choice for Higher Education Institution of the Year, all of which is a testament to all of you. So thank you. While this list might seem daunting for a 2-year period, it is the passion you all have for this amazing place that has made it possible. I truly believe that everyone at Briar Cliff, the students, the faculty, the staff, and the trustees have listened with their heart to a calling. They are working diligently to answer this call, and I cannot tell you how excited I am as we work together each day to move Briar Cliff forward, with pride in our purpose as we prepare diligently for our future. I thank you all for your faith in me, your love for this place, and answering your call. May God bless you and Briar Cliff University.